Hey guys, in today's video I just want to talk about the AFL 2021 draft, and I want to talk about it from the perspective of a Freo supporter because yeah, that's the team I go for, and I was just really happy with the outcome, so I kind of wanted to talk about it and give my thoughts. What you're seeing here is some Call of Duty gameplay. I like to play Call of Duty, and I just thought it'd be something fun for you guys to watch while I talk about things. So yeah, I plan on doing more AFL content like throughout the year. Like I want to do because I like doing tipping comps. Like I participate in tipping comps, so I want to do some tipping videos, like giving my predictions on each round. I did pretty good last year, but I kind of fell away like in the last couple of rounds, just been a bit silly with my tips, but I'm going to be a lot more wise with my decisions next year. But yeah, we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about the draft, and let's talk about it. So, what really happened was the ideal scenario. Like, I didn't even think going into the draft that this would be a possibility that we could get Jai Amiss, Neil Erasmus, and Matt Johnson, all three of them. I just thought that was impossible. They were all ranked really highly, like, and I just didn't think one of them would slide to the second round, but that happened. I can't believe like Matt Johnson made it to the second round. Um, I'll talk more about Matt Johnson in a second. I should probably talk about like each player from each pick. Right, so let's start off with pick 8 and Jai Amiss. Now this was the player I wanted us to use our first pick on, because Richmond behind us, they were pick 7, but it slid back to pick 9 because of the bids on players like Sam Darcy and Nick Dacos. So they were the pick behind us, that slid back to pick 9, and they had interest in Jai Amiss. So I wanted Freo not to do the usual thing that they do. They use like their first pick on a midfielder. I wanted them to get the forward talent, because we haven't drafted a good forward since Pavlich. Like the year when we could have got Ben King, we decided to use our picks on Jesse Hogan, and that backfired in the long run for us. So I just wanted us to get this great forward, and he's from WA too, and he just really reminds me of like Josh Kennedy, because he's like so accurate on a set shot. He kicked like 51 goals from like 15 games, and very very little behinds. Like he was just so like when he gets a chance, like he slots home the goal. And Richmond behind us, they had interest in this player, and I didn't want Freo to play silly buggers. I wanted them to just use the pick on Jai Amiss, and then I can breathe a sigh of relief. Sorry for burping there. I just wanted. I've been drinking this iced coffee, so sorry about that. But so yeah, I just wanted them to get Jai Amiss, draft a really good forward, because the thing is that's been a weakness of our team for a very long time, is our forward line. Even like this year, we just kicked a lot of behinds. So it was kind of like the story of a lot of games where Freo would kick like 7 or 8 goals and kick like 18 behinds. Like there was some ridiculous games. Like there's a few that comes to mind, like the GWS game, the Hawthorn game. Like it was always like a talking point for Fremantle. Like, will they kick straight this week? And Nat Fyfe would kick like 5 behinds, like a game or something. Like Nat Fyfe like was just missing a lot. But that's the thing though, like Nat Fyfe's best role is in the midfield, so I like bringing someone like Jai Amiss, put him in the forward line, let Nat Fyfe do what he wants to do, like let him play inside mid and just dominate the game, like influence the game. So yeah, I was just happy we got him. He reminds me a lot of Josh Kennedy, very accurate, and I think he's going to be really good once he puts some size on too. Like I saw on the waffle, like, um, how he was really good in a one-on-one contest. Like, um, he would protect the drop zone, and he would protect that space where the ball was going to drop, and then he would kind of push the defender to the side, and slide back and mark it. And he's really good on a lead too. Like, once he gets on the lead, he's just like, no one can stop him really. Um, yeah, I was just watching his highlights, and I think once he puts on a bit of size, he's just going to be really good. Like, against even like the big body defenders in the AFL. Like, once he puts on size, like, watch out. So I'm really happy about that. And there was a bit of back and forth on who would we get with with pick 10. It was originally pick 8 but slid back, because of the bids. Was it going to be Matt Johnson? Was it going to be Neil Erasmus? I personally wanted us to go Neil Erasmus, and we did. And that worked out great, because I think if we went Matt Johnson, Neil Erasmus was no way making it to our pick 21, because the Eagles wanted him badly, at their pick, and he would have been taken. So this just worked out amazing for us. For some reason, the Eagles didn't really rate Johnson, I guess. But I'm just thankful about that, because, the footy gods were smiling on us, and somehow we got the 3 best players from WA, which I didn't even think was possible. So I'm happy we got Neil Rasmus. He reminds me a lot of Nat Fyfe. He's got really good overhead marking. He's really strong, like, inside mid as well. I just really like the look of him. And this guy was ranked highly by, like, a lot of people. There's this one AFL YouTuber that I've been watching. He's called the AFL Draft Expert, and he ranked him number 6. He had Finn Callahan and Ward just above him, but he ranked him really highly. And I think, him being injured is kind of like a blessing in disguise, right? Because I feel like if he played in the under-19 championships, he was going to do great. Like, and his stock would have went up a lot, and he probably would have went early, and we would have missed out on him. So I'm happy that he didn't end up playing, because he was able to slide back to our pick 10. We get him, and we get a good forward. So I was just really happy about that, and I'm just excited about the prospect of him, him playing with Nat Fyfe and learning off him, because Nat Fyfe is a great overhead mark as well. So he can just help a player like Neil Rasmus so much, because they're very similar. So he's going to be learning from a 2-time Brownlow medalist. He's just going to learn a lot and improve. So I'm excited about that. And I think Neil Rasmus can come straight into the team, honestly. He looks like AFL made. He's ready, It's a given, like, all 3 of these players, fucking Jai Amiss, Matt Johnson, and Neil Rasmus, they're all going to debut this year. They're all going to. Hopefully it's at Optus Stadium with a crowd so the fans can get behind them. But yeah, Neil Rasmus is definitely AFL ready. I think he should just come straight in. I just like getting games into, like, these younger guys. Don't delay their fucking, their progress. Just get them in and just let them start getting the experience. Like, I'd like to bring in Jai Amiss and just kick Rory Lobb out of the team, because Rory Lobb's already shown that he wants to leave. Like, he wanted to go to GWS bad. I think, why give games to Rory Lobb when he's going to leave us anyway? Let's start putting games in Jai Amiss and start playing him in the forward line instead, So let's talk about this final pick, which is just incredible that someone like Matt Johnson made it to the second round. And I was kind of scared, that, how when the pick comes up, right, and you got that 5-minute, like, countdown, they got to use that pick in the next 5 minutes or get a trade going. I was just, like, stressing, because the commentators on the draft were talking about, how all these clubs were really interested in the pick, and they wanted to trade, and they're talking about like maybe they'd give up a good offer that Freo just couldn't refuse. And honestly, like even if it was like a future first rounder, I just didn't want Freo to take it because Matt Johnson was like rated as a first rounder. Like he could have gone as early. His range was basically pick 7 to pick 13. Like Hawthorn had a lot of interest. I know their coach Sam Mitchell wanted him bad, but um, their drafting team and list managers and all that decided to go with Josh Ward. But if they didn't get Josh Ward, they were going for Matt Johnson next. So yeah, like he was already rated as a first rounder. So I was like, why get a future first? Let's get in this WA boy. Let's get the three best. Let's get all three of the best WA boys. Sorry about burping so much. I shouldn't have drank that iced coffee, to be honest. But yeah, like just get him in, and you don't have to worry about these boys like leaving you in the future because they live here. You know, like they're going to be lifelong players. Just get them in. So I was happy that they did that. I was stressing about it, but I'm so happy that somehow he made it to pick 21. Like this is like the dream scenario. I don't even think this is a possibility. Like this is literally the best outcome possible. Like I felt like we were going to get Jai and Miss. Like I felt like we were going to pair Jai and Miss, and we are going to get either Neil Erasmus or Matt Johnson. But we are going to miss out on one of them. But the ideal scenario happened. We got the three best guys from WA. A lot of people rate Neil Erasmus number 1 in WA, but some people put Matt Johnson second, some put Jai Amiss second, so it just depends at whose fan draft you look at, but they both were, all these players were rated really highly, so we just absolutely killed it. I was so happy with this draft. Yeah, couldn't be any more happy, and Simon Garlick came out in the interview saying that, you know, our goal is, and our plan is to win a premiership in the next 4 years. And honestly, like I would have probably said in the past, like that's a stretch, you know, like Freo, like I don't know, because we haven't had much success. I just doubted it, you know. But now seeing what we've done in the draft, we got some really good youth in. I don't know, like things for the future is looking really like good. So I'm just like really happy about it. I'm sorry about the brief pause in commentary. I just had to get a little bit more gameplay because, you know, this video has gone. I've been talking for a little bit longer than I expected, but there's just a lot of things I had to cover. But yeah, like the things for the future is looking good. You know, 4 years, in the next 4 years, getting a premiership doesn't seem like a stretch at all. So yeah, we absolutely killed the draft. We got some really good youth in the team. Brayshaw and Sarong, of course, but we also got Chapman, we got Young, you know, coming up the ranks, you know, like they're developing nicely. We got Frederick, like yeah, I really like our team. So yeah, expect more, you know, AFL content like in the future. Like I said, I want to do those predictions, and I also like to do like other types of videos as well, like power rankings, how I see the teams, and that'll be fun. Yeah. And I might do some videos on the UFC because I like watching the UFC, so I might do some predictions on the fight cards. But yeah, just expect more content. And if you like that sort of stuff, you know, subscribe. Anyway, guys, hope you have a nice day, and I hope you're happy about the draft too. We did get an NGA boy, you know, the ruck forward, Eric Benning. Really happy about that. He's a good player. I think we would have got Sarong at, you know, our pick in the 50s. I think it was pick 54. But Hawthorn ended up getting him. We did miss out on Sarong, but I'm not even angry about that, to be honest, because we absolutely killed this draft. And Eric Benning is still a really good pickup. He looks good, and happy to have him in the team too. Yeah. And we got a rookie today. We got we re-rookied Connor Blakely and Croden, which it's cool to still have him on the list, I guess. But yeah, what I'm mainly happy about is the top three. Those first three players I was talking about, the top three WA boys. That's the really exciting stuff. And we rookied Warner. I forgot his first name, but his last name's Warner. He's like a I think he's a speedy wingman. That's his play style. So yeah, we did really good, and I'm really happy about it. I thought we won the draft out of all the teams. Yeah, I was just to get three players that were rated like basically three top 10 players in my opinion in the draft. It's just great, and that's already building on three top 10 players we got in the past. We got three top 10 players in the past. We got that season when we got Sarong, Hayden Young, and Liam Henry. So we just got all this great, young youth coming up, just like Gold Coast. But I think we're set up better than Gold Coast. Anyway, guys, have a nice day. Today's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. Yeah, see ya.
Roger.
Enemy sentry turret detected in your AO.
What's your fucking problem?
Enemy spy plane inbound.
Spy plane mission timeline 50% expended. Thanks for the work. Spy plane standby. Cruise missile awaiting deployment. Good hit, good hit.
Victory's close. Crush those commie bastards.
Destroyed your field, Mike. Spy plane fuel check 50%.
Flush out.
Spy plane above my location.
Looks like we got the bastards. All squad members RTB.
Mission accomplished.